Got to talk a little bit more football with this handsome guy, our guy, NFL insider Ralph Vacchiano. What's going on, Ralph? Let's talk a little bit about Braxton Berrios. Great story, no doubt about it. And when you look at it, it's been a pleasant surprise so far this season. But in your opinion, is there no doubt he'll be a Jet next season and beyond?
No, I have considerable doubt about that. Look, if they want him back, they've got the money to bring him back. They've got just a ton of cap room in March. But the question is, Joe Douglas is going to preach fiscal sanity. How high are you going to go for Braxton Berrios when he's probably at best the fourth Jets receiver? You'll have Corey Davis back, Elijah Moore. I would think they're going to add somebody early in the draft. So Berrios is 4 or 5. And if somebody else, like maybe the Patriots, comes at him with a decent-sized contract, I could see the Jets bowing out if they don't sign him before free agency starts. So I think they'll make a push for him, but it's by no means a certainty.
All right, Ralph, let's stick with the Jets and contracts. You wrote a column for SNY.TV listing 10 predictions for gangrene for 2022. Care to share one of them?
Yeah, please don't hold me to any of these because I'm not usually right with them. But one of my offseason predictions or New Year predictions for the Jets is that they're going to re-sign Quinnen Williams and give him the largest contract ever given to a Jets player, probably in the neighborhood of $20 million a year. Now, they've got time. He's signed through this year. They're going to pick up his 5th-year option for next year. They could franchise him after that and just pay him $40 million over the next 3 years. So why rush into a bigger deal? Well, because he's the kind of guy you want to give it to. He's a good player. He's a tough player. He's, a good character guy. He's their Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee. And at some point, you have to show your players and players around the league that you're going to commit and pay the players who've earned it, like they just did during the season with John Franklin Myers. This is a bigger commitment, but people around the league will see Quinnen Williams earned it. This is the kind of guy you want to keep. Let's see what the Jets do here. And I think they're going to not be cautious about this. I think they're going to go out and spend on him while they've got the cap room.
Ralph, you think Quinnen Williams is a good player or a great player?
I think he's a very good player with the potential to be great. I think if he adds a few more sacks and a little bit more pass rush out of him, you're going to see him as a great player. But right now, he's got to be up there in the top 10 defensive tackles in the league.
All right, Ralph, let's move over to the Giants. Did the same thing. 10 predictions for the Giants, and one of them might surprise everyone. Please let Giant fans what that might be.
Yeah, and not the one where I predict that they'll win a game in 2022, which could be surprising. But I think, look, we all know that Dave Gettleman is going to be out as general manager. I think they are going to go outside of the family for a new general manager, and even to a general manager who doesn't have ties to Joe Judge. It's something, they haven't had a general manager from outside the organization or the family since George Young in 1979. I think they would prefer to promote from within, but I believe that John Mara can read the room here and see that you can't do that right now. There's too many problems in the organization. I think he'll see that if he brings in a guy with ties to Joe Judge, a coach that he wants to keep, it's going to put the GM in an impossible situation, not only because you might have to fire him in a year, but also you're giving a lot of power to a coach that a lot of people don't think should come back for another year. So I think it's going to be a clean break, maybe a former general manager, maybe just a young guy around the league who has no ties to the organization. But I think he's going to do what everybody thinks he should do, which is look to an outsider to fix this mess.
Ralph, 4 words for you. It is almost over. Thank you, Ralph. I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.